in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start this season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Finds his man, it's Davis.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Makes the grab. It's Gibson. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Cut! Trying to start the drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Jacobs.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State, and you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll leave it with him. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got an open man. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna look downfield again. Firing toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. They weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And the Knowles in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Berry. Snags it over the middle. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. To the air on first down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. They finally make the stop. That's gonna make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's gonna wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to... This drive will start at the 6-yard line. It's a flea flicker. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready.
Everybody loves a good tricky play. How about pulling out the flea flicker? Sometimes you want to create some momentum, make something happen. Great job breaking it out. Great job executing.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jacobs. Not quite so backed up after that play. He's out of bounds at the 12.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. To to the ground with the back. Turning it on. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Noles are on the move. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, 7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hagan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Runs for the tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Sperry. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's brought down, but they'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. They'll give it to him again. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Maryland's offense will take the field first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done. The give to Davis. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Finds his man. It's Gibson. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Way too close to punt, way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
The Seminoles are marching down the field. A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Pierre Warwick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
Man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swagger. He's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Fires to the right. It's complete. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Davis. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
And you could tell the QB was going there the whole time, right? Quickly get the football, throw it to the left, get it to your running back in some space, but the defense was ready for it. They were sitting on it, came up and made the play for no gain.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The field goal is no good. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He's got the tight end. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida. Back to throw. It's Sperry. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. He gave up the completion.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown! Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Makes the catch. It's Gibson. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. First and 10. Toss to the outside. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The toss sweep to the right. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The Seminoles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it
4th down. They're taking to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's in.
Let's go. Right. Single.
Give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. On the option. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over. You want to talk about building confidence? college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the... offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Makes the catch. It's Jacobs. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds. So Georgia Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive... So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give from the gun. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Jacobs. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to...
There he goes! And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out fast. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Noles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he'll step into the... Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab outside. Off and running. Touchdown, Noles. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. Breaks into the open. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The Seminoles get enough for the 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Going to the running game. Jukes his way for more. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's got it on the move. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in. The Noles enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Turning it on. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. And he takes it in. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive.
Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium. They go to the ground. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Sperry. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense is in the neutral zone.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and it's just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down.
Oh, he's got some space. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Seminoles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Balls and fired complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone. To throw, it's Sperry. They're working that left side. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. to the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And I just love the execution by this offense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Tools. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Right back to it. Makes it past the marker. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. It's complete on the right side.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, no! And that one. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A big... Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Runs through a tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
He caught it! He gets it in! Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Jacobs. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Working that left side now. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. And the Noles backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Right on the money. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Young. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season.
time there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will have the opening possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
To the air, it's Sperry. Hauls it in. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, a new set of downs.
Finds his tight end. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride Davis here. Past the stakes, and he may get more. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive. It's up more than 30. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's going to run it. That's a 20. He's got space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game.
Breaks into the open. Oh, better look out. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. The extra point here would tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. Fakes the grab. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler in the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Tigers will try to pick it up on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that fourth down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
In the red area, it's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Offense. timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's got the first down. Mark it at the 15 as they try to put up points before the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more.
Touchdown, Clemson. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Texas. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Here's the heat. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the...
Going deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Farrell. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll run it from the gun. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Simmons. It's complete to the left. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to go to the air on third and short. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Under fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense...
Makes the catch on the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds.
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Sperry. And he will score! Touchdown, Florida State! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Fires to the tight end. They They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the option. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly.
Racing down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Berry. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.